Hello everybody, and today we're going to be testing this version of the car that has a turbocharger. Now this is the lowest power. All of the ones from here now have turbos, but this has got the lowest power. It's got a small wing there. It's got some other changes, also got those vents on top. Yeah, so this... didn't work out. Mention this, it has 260 horsepower. It's gonna be interesting to see where it places against the 201. It actually is about roughly a second faster than it on autocross. Really interesting to see how it places on different tracks, because obviously this is a road car and it weighs a bit more, but it's got a little bit more power. So next time, test this on a racetrack. The next car I'll be testing will be a 320 horsepower version of this. So it's got a 60 horsepower increase. I'll be interested to see how much that 60 horsepower will do. This also got other changes. I think this car also has a 6-speed. So I know the regular 200 had a 5-speed. And I'm pretty sure the 201 also did have a 6-speed though. Because I have other upgrades than just power. That's their main. So I'm gonna after the 320 is their 400, so that gets an 80 horsepower increase onto the 320, and then a 450, and then a 470 race version. I like the 200 though. This one does have a wing. A very small one. It's not a lip, so it does provide downforce in this game. Or a spoiler, it's a wing and it's a modded wing. That should be... that feels really nice. Finishing here. 200 across the line. 205.8. Where that puts it. So there is the 200 Roadster, but it's behind the 201. So the race car is faster on the racetrack, even though it has much less power. So 2 seconds faster than the 200 though, so that's not too bad. Next challenge. Now I'm trying to test it here on Utah. My god. I hate the impact of the stopping car fit. I hate the rocks and I hate this corner. I'm just gonna leave this in. This is my second attempt and not restarting. Still gonna be a decent time. It's not going to be the slowest. I've screwed up other cars. That corner is horrible. It doesn't matter when you start braking, doesn't matter what you start braking in, it will just go off there. I'm not even gonna bother because I screwed up there, so it's not gonna be perfect, but I think just about everything's screwed up there, so anyways. My car's flying now. Land on its wheels, and it's gonna land on its face. Oh, it might stick the landing. No, it won't. Actually, it does. Anyways, next challenge. I'm not gonna see how this does in a drag race. It's not what it was really meant to do, but it's got more power, so. 60 miles an hour, 70. Nothing too badly. 9.3. 14.2, too bad. is. Can't see what that time is because obviously my in-game leaderboard for this is already full, so. Next challenge. Alright, I'm gonna test this on a rally stage. See how bad it does. I'm gonna close this out. I believe the next car after this will I think it should be the HC1. I think what I'm gonna do is instead of reverting, I'll give it a couple more weeks after I finish this car's lineup, and then what I'll do is if another L5's mod doesn't get updated in that time, then I'm going to skip the HC1 and wait instead of reverting back. And I'll skip it and go to the next car, which doesn't really need any mods. I can't remember using any other than a number mod, but I can just replace it with the number I do have, because that mod wasn't updated, probably won't be. It's a shame an update killed so many mods, and all of them have to be updated. This game isn't nearly as bad, BeamNG. Occasionally they do have their mod breaking updates. The Blue Book mod broke some body styles for vanilla cars. And I believe this new update broke wheels and Lua, and then I think the update now fixed the Lua issue. The wheels need to be fixed still, which shouldn't be too much of an issue. But obviously they can't avoid ever not breaking a single mod, because they do have to update the game, and sometimes that does involve, which is a shame, but they're fixable. I know as long as I'm going to stay a modder for this game, I'm going to try to fix my mods if they do get broken. Like how the D-Series update broke my D-Series, so I just fixed that. And it wasn't even that big of a deal to fix it. I just needed to move the config files and move them back. And then the game would automatically just fix them for me. So. Same happened for Grand Marshal, which happened earlier. I don't think I ever needed to fix the Roamer though, which in the 8 series, which is interesting because those two also got turned from body on frame, or unibody to body on frame, which is what they were supposed to be. The colors are broken. I was worried it wouldn't say I completed it, but it did, so it's all fine now. 219.9, it's not very good, but it's a rear-wheel drive car on a rally stage. It wasn't really meant for it, so. Oh, my car is being destroyed. Here, we'll just watch it die. Look at the beautiful deformation. Animation cars don't do this very well. Anyways, next challenge. Now I'm trying to see what this thing's top speed is. Now, when we tested the 201, I'm not mistaken, it had a lower top speed than the 200 because it has a giant wing, lots of downforce. It's not meant for top speed. This car's got a lot more power, but it's also got a wing. A small one, but it shouldn't matter too much. They should all be the same about. It'll be interesting to see what this thing can do. Also, this will also see if it's either a 5 or 6 speed. Because I just can't remember. I believe it should be a 6 speed. It is 6-speed. Oh yeah, and the 400's also got a 7-speed. Yeah, 7-speed manual. So the 320 has also got a 6-speed. Then the 400 has a 7-speed. And a 340, it's not too bad. I wouldn't want to go this fast in a convertible. So depending if the next car is either HD1, that car is going to just destroy everything. At least the hill climb version will. I'd imagine it's going to take down the P3000 from being the top on everything because it is got semi-slicks and it doesn't like to not drive in a straight line. It will drive in a straight line unlike that car, so... It's got a very, very small V8 turbo in its rear engine. It's 145. I'm using the airspeed because that is the accurate. When I haven't gone back to working on a air speedometer. I'm probably gonna restart completely. 'Cause honestly, I have no idea what I've done. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's top speed 145. I have no idea where that places it, because obviously I don't have a leaderboard. Alright, next challenge. Alright, now this is the good stuff. Sting it here. And very tight cores. This should be good. If I do end up doing the AI frame, it's got a small iframe and it's not got much power. It's also rear-wheel drive. It's gonna it has a small economy car, but it had a lot of trims that I had, but I'm gonna delete most of them. I'm gonna delete the R and HR models because honestly, I don't feel like they're necessary. But I'll leave the Sport because it's fine. And it's also got the autocross version because I made it for an AIT competition of the miata autocross. So it's like I should do a small engine because power is not going to matter as much as it normally does. I mean, it got last place of all the cars that actually completed it, so. Which is most of them because honestly it's kind of hard to crash on an autocross. Some of them just had issues because they had custom lines and they had issues with that. So that's pretty much all the cars the crash came from. Or I just spun out a million times and eventually did complete it. It'll be interesting when we finally get a vehicle that can complete the off-road course. Currently nothing can. I mean, I might if I'm very careful, but I don't feel like it. Alright, well, I don't feel like looking for where this car placed, so next challenge. Alright, well, let's just show this into the pit. You know what? If you're gonna be broken, I'm not gonna just reset it. So, it's not gonna complete it. But if you want to see it go off-road, then I have a solution. Boom, it's off the road. Anyways, next challenge. Alright. The third attempt, actually. Alright, that's a no night. I'm also gonna cut most of this out just because it's just all lag and slow, so I have to run it in slow-mo and it's not very fun. I'll try to hit this one. Try not to hit anything. Or at least anything for wheel. Now that's a save. Crashed there on my last attempt too. I basically hit it on the trees that line the road with the wheel, and the wheel died. A front wheel that I wouldn't be able to steer, so I just... Finally. I guess I'll look at what this place did out. Number 22 challenge and the BO9R. That's fine. Oh, it's slower than the 200. It's probably because of its spin, but there was nothing I could do about it, and it happened twice. So I'm gonna say it's an issue of the car and me, because I'm not a very good driver, and the lag. So next challenge. Judging from this car's on-track performance, my guess is that it will be slower than the 200, but it'll be faster than 200, slower than the 200 race car. 2.3. That's not too bad. Alright, let's see. That puts it in 8th, right behind the 201 by 5 seconds. But ahead of this by 22 seconds. So it's still 5 seconds behind the 201. However, the 320 is the next car I'm going to be testing, and it is going to be this car because it's got some other changes plus 60 more horsepower. If that can make it almost faster than this, I think the 320 will be maybe fast placed like right here, maybe in the 7-Eleven area, or it could also just be 720, 715, and put it right here, sorta right there. So it's still a decent time. This car isn't the fastest of this group. It's actually the second slowest. It does still drive really nicely. I'm probably not going to update the mod until I do the 320 unless it becomes a while. Next, I just updated it with just the 200, so yeah, I'm going to wait until I get to the 400. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I get to either the AI3 or the HD1. And the first one I do of that will be the one I update plus the 450 and 450 or 470 race car. So that's going to be it. And you see the interior, it's got a shifter. Yeah. So goodbye.